The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There's a woman in Russia in the 1970s. She lived in Russia with her husband, which most Jewish people in Russia at that time had no education, no Torah knowledge, nothing. Anyhow, the Jewish underground was starting to teach people certain things, and she was starting to learn a little and starting to grow. Her husband, who was an obnoxious man to begin with, would have none of it. So she's growing and he's not interested. She's growing and he's against it. He's fighting her. He's nasty. He's disgusting. She keeps doing it. She keeps growing until she's done. She can't live this way. She can't live with this marriage anymore. She gets herself a visa and escapes the country. She goes to Israel. She goes to Israel and furthers her education and furthers her learning. And then one day she learns about the fact that a Jewish woman needs a get in order to be free. She's like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? My husband's back in Russia, haven't spoken to him, and I don't know where he is, I don't know what he is. I'm as stuck as can possibly be. So she went and she searched out this rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yitzchak Silber. Rabbi Yitzchak Silber was a rabbi in Russia in the 70s, 60s and 70s. And he had tried to teach Torah, and he was kicked out of he had left the country, and the government was really after him. Anyhow, but he was a very kind man, and she sat and she met with him, and she said, Rabbi, this is my situation. I'm in a quagmire. What am I going to do? I have no way out. The rabbi says, don't worry about it. I'm going to go to Russia, and I'm going to get you your get. What? That's what I'm going to do. His colleagues were like, Rabbi, that doesn't even make any sense. You have no idea where he is. You have no idea. What are you going to do? You know who he is, but you have no idea where he is. How are you going to possibly? He says, I'm going to do the right thing. And I'll not worry about the rest. I'm doing the right thing. He flew to Russia, landed in the airport there. He went through customs. The KGB was on him in 5 seconds. They caught him and threw him into jail. He's sitting in a cell. They said, we'll get back to you. We'll decide if you're going to be allowed into this country. He's sitting in a cell. I kid you not. And all of a sudden there's a guy sitting right next to him. A mean, obnoxious guy. He looks at the man. And he says, no, that can't be. This is him. This is him. Now, he can't act excited. He's got to act like smooth with it. So he starts befriending the guy and talking. And next thing you know, he slowly but surely gets the man to be willing to give a get. He doesn't even know if the man was ever against it, really. He gets the man to give a get, and he signs off to give the get. The officers come in a few hours later, say, Rabbi, the government decided you are not allowed in this country. You are going right back home. I was like, oh, you can't be serious. No. Gets on a plane, goes back home, and gives the woman a get.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org